For the first time since Enforcement Directorate began its probe in the Delhi liquor policy case, it has said that Arvind Kejriwal, the Chief Minister of Delhi, is the kingpin, the mastermind behind the entire alleged conspiracy. Why is ED saying it? ASG, the Additional Solicitor General, during remand application for Arvind Kejriwal, told the court that Vijay Nair, one of the key functionaries of Aam Aadmi Party who was arrested, he handled the social media account of Aam Aadmi Party and he is believed to be the middleman. What SVS Raju told the court is that everything that Nair did was at the behest of Arvind Kejriwal. What is Nair accused of doing? He is accused of travelling to Hyderabad, meeting a group of businessmen who are called the South Group, and also hobnobbing with K. Kavita. K. Kavita, the BRS MLC, has been accused of being the real face behind the South Group businessmen. Mr. Nair is accused of telling these South Group businessmen that they can benefit from the Delhi liquor policy, the Delhi excise policy, but in return they will have to pay 100 crore rupees as a bribe amount. He also stands accused of drafting the policy in a way that this promise made to the South Group was kept. He is also accused of ensuring that Arvind Kejriwal spoke to one of the South Group businessmen, Sameer Mahindru, whose Indo-Spirit was a beneficiary of the now shelved liquor policy. The liquor licenses was given to his company as well. Now what the ED is alleging in court today is that all these actions by Vijay Nair was at the behest of Arvind Kejriwal. Sameer Mahindru has told the ED that on one occasion at a Delhi hotel, Nair made a FaceTime call to Kejriwal and made him speak to Mahindru, and in this call Kejriwal told Mahindru to trust Nair because he was his boy, Kejriwal's associate. So this is the kind of statement that ED is showing to prove that Arvind Kejriwal was the real mastermind. The other testimony they are citing is Manish Sisodia's former personal assistant, C. Arvind's statement. C. Arvind has told the ED reportedly that when the draft policy, excise policy was made, he was given a copy of the draft at Arvind Kejriwal's official residence, and he was asked that this is the draft, you have to formulate the policy in sync with this particular paper. Why was this happening at Kejriwal's residence if he was not aware, if he was not a part of the conspiracy? That's question number 2 from the Enforcement Directorate. Again, to link Nair and Kejriwal and to prove their closeness, ED has told the court again today that Nair, even though he was just a functionary of Aam Aadmi Party and not a minister, he was living in a house right next to Arvind Kejriwal's residence. This house was allocated to Kailash Gehlot, one of the state ministers, but he was not using the house. The house was actually being used by Nair. He goes on to say, SVS Raju in the court today goes on to say that it was Kejriwal who decided that all this money that was allegedly taken in cash through Hawala routes by way of bribe, that should be used to pay the Goa leg of Aam Aadmi Party's election campaign, all in cash. And they have mentioned people who were working for publicity of the Aam Aadmi Party in Goa, how they were paid in cash. They're claiming, this is what the ED is claiming, that even candidates who had got the Aam Aadmi Party ticket, they were all fighting the election there and being given money in cash by the Aam Aadmi Party. All of this happening at Kejriwal's behest. So that's why Arvind Kejriwal's name for the first time is being mentioned by ED as the mastermind and the kingpin of the liquor scam of Delhi. Of course, the defense has countered this. It has said that all these statements are being cited are statements which have been coerced out of the witnesses. They were threatened with arrest, they were threatened with denial of bail, their bails were opposed, and that's why they were forced to name Kejriwal. Another example that the ED has quoted is YSRCP MP Manguta Reddy's statement where he said that he met Kejriwal in March 2021 where liquor policy of Delhi came up for discussion, and Kejriwal reportedly told him that he was already in touch with K. Kavita and 100 crore was the amount being discussed. All these statements are the reasons Kejriwal is being called the alleged kingpin, but like I just told you, defense has a different opinion on this and they are countering this charge from the Enforcement Directorate.